Today we have a controversial Pokemon investing video that a lot of people are going to be offended by, but they won't know why they're offended. We're talking about reprints on the Pokemon Center ETBs, SV01 through Prismatic Evolution and beyond. There's something about the subject of Pokemon Center ETBs, especially in content, that absolutely fascinates me. And I'd love to hear any rebuttals to this. If you look at any Pokemon card investor on YouTube, the ones I'm huge fans of, the ones I'm friends with, and the ones that bother me, they all have the same sentiment, and that's Pokemon will never reprint Pokemon Center ETBs. The Pokemon Center ETBs are a surefire investment that you should absolutely buy at nearly any price over MSRP and hold on to with your life. I think the funniest thing about content creators who are sure that Pokemon Center ETBs will never be reprinted are a lot of them are the same content creators that swear that everything else will be reprinted. They think SV01 through SV10 or Prismatic Evolutions, whatever, they think all of those are going to be reprinted. And that's fine. If you believe that, okay. I personally don't believe that half of those are going to be reprinted, but that's an opinion based on zero facts other than a gut feeling. It's funny because the people who are dead set on that are also dead set on Pokemon Center ETBs not being reprinted. And I'm going to share a few comments, rebuttals, theories as to why that's a silly thought. The first thing I hear more than anything about why Pokemon will definitely reprint a bunch of Scarlet Violet sets is this. Well, Pokemon sees the market and they want pieces of the profit. They see everyone else making money, and logically, a multi-billion-dollar company, they're going to want a chunk of that. So you're telling me that Pokemon only wants a chunk of the profit on booster boxes and normal ETBs, but they don't want a chunk of the profit on Pokemon Center ETBs. No. Pokemon Center ETBs, ironically enough, actually make Pokemon more money. Imagine that. The one product that Pokemon sells exclusively, the one product that does not go to distribution, it does not go to LGS locations, it doesn't even go straight to Costco. No. Pokemon Center ETBs are the one product that Pokemon sells directly. So, even more so that Pokemon wants a piece of the profit, I feel like it'd be a really good idea for them to sell those again and reprint those again, right? If that's the argument, I find a rebuttal for that one. Another thing people will throw out there is the popularity of the set idea. Oh, Prismatic Evolutions is the most popular set ever. Destined Rivals is the hypest set ever. Mega Evolutions, that'll be the hypest set ever. Of course Pokemon's going to reprint it. It's hype. Everybody wants it. Last I checked, what everyone wants more than anything in the world is Prismatic Evolution Pokemon Center boxes. Last I checked, what everyone wants more than anything in the world is Destined Rivals Pokemon Center ETBs because they're a cooler design. Last I checked, Pokemon Center ETBs were the most sought after investment vehicle north of booster boxes. So I guess popularity isn't really a good argument either, is it? And the last rebuttal I hear when people like me say most Scarlet Violet sets aren't going to be reprinted is the recent release of them. They have 2 years of this set left over. These cards are still in the competitive scene. Pokemon just did this. 1 year is nothing. Last I checked, the Destined Rivals Pokemon Center ETB came out a month ago? That's pretty recent. The Prismatic Evolution Pokemon Center ETB came out this year. That's pretty freaking recent to me. Surging Sparks ETBs, which just got reprinted or restocked a couple days ago, those are pretty recent. So I don't see an argument for the recent print idea either. So those are three things. Pokemon wanting profit, okay. Pokemon wanting to print popular sets, okay. Recent releases still in print, okay. And the bonus one, Pokemon wanting the profit, and this being the only product that Pokemon directly sells, meaning the profit margins are probably double that of any set that they release to distribution, LGS, and or Costco Sam's Club. So if there's a fourth or fifth reason why Pokemon would never reprint Pokemon Center ETBs, I would absolutely love to hear it. Because last I checked, here's another one. Pokemon never announced that there'd be 1 or 2 prints of Pokemon Center ETBs. I don't think there was ever a tweet suggesting that. There were tweets suggesting reprinting some booster boxes, or at least reprinting to demand on booster packs alone, but I don't feel like there was ever a tweet saying, oh, we're never going to reprint Pokemon Center ETBs. I don't feel like they ever made that statement. Now, all that aside, I want to make this very clear. This video is not about reprints. This video is not about Prismatic Evolution Pokemon Center ETBs. This video isn't even about Pokemon. This video is about mindset. Because what's most concerning about all of this is how sure everyone in the comment section is that I'm crazy for this opinion. I'm not saying they're going to reprint Pokemon Center ETBs. Me personally, I don't think they will. What's scary is how sure you are that I'm crazy for making this video. Because you have to think, all the rebuttals I just listed, why is what I'm saying nutty, but what everyone else is saying about reprints on booster boxes not nutty? I'll tell you why. YouTube is an echo chamber. When you hear the same thing enough times, it becomes damn near factual. All you hear, again, from the Poke investors I enjoy watching, the ones I'm friends with, the ones I'm not friends with, the ones I've made fun of and they've made fun of me, what you hear from almost all of them is the same story, and you don't question it. There's never been any tweets that people shared. There's never been any exclusive advice that only Costco shares with them that people have shared. There's never been any, guys, it's common sense, I got a call from a there's never been any of that. They just blindly say the same thing as everyone else. And yeah, I'm not saying they're going to reprint them. But if I was saying it, who cares? Because where am I getting that information? It's not about reprints. It's not about Pokemon cards. It's about mindset. Think about why you believe what you believe, and whatever conclusion you come to, whether you think they're going to reprint them or don't think they're going to reprint them, whatever conclusion you believe in your heart of hearts, it could be right, it could be wrong. What I'm encouraging you to do is to think about why you believe what you believe. Because if it's because your favorite YouTuber said it, okay, but you have to believe everything else that YouTuber said too. Or you have to believe everything else other YouTubers said that ironically have more knowledge than YouTuber one. You know, a lot of these investor bros, they don't even have distribution. They don't even have half the products they recommend you. They don't have any experience selling, and you believe them blindly. Make it make sense. Because this is going to be a hot take, but I want you to think of why it's a hot take before I say it. I want you to like put your thinking caps on, sit in your thinking chair and think, why do I think this is a hot take? Are you ready? Here's the hot take. Pokemon is exponentially more likely to reprint Prismatic Evolution Pokemon Center ETBs than they are to reprint SV1 through 6 booster boxes. It's a hot take, right? You think I'm an idiot for that opinion, right? You're already in the comment section going, you don't know about, you're already doing that, right? That's fine, but I want you to think about why. I want you to think about why Pokemon reprinting a set that they can make more money off of, reprinting a set that's more recent, and reprinting a set that has the highest demand. I want you to think about why this is completely ridiculous. But Pokemon reprinting a set that's 1.5 to 2 years old, less in demand, faster to leave the competitive scene. I want you to compare those two and then make your comment, then make your judgment call. Because if you just say Pokemon's never reprinted Pokemon Center ETBs before, and if that's your only reason, well, Pokemon never printed enhanced booster boxes before until Journey Together. That was kind of new. Pokemon never shipped a bunch of stuff directly to Costco and Sam's Club, avoiding distribution because they were mad about distribution hiking up prices. That's kind of new. Pokemon never printed BWR cards. That's kind of new. Pokemon never printed full gold cards with different artwork. That's kind of new. You see, the one thing people say more than anything else is Pokemon can do whatever they want. They can print however much they want. They have full control because they're a $160 billion company. That's what everyone says. But when we touch your precious Pokemon Center ETBs, all that goes out the window. I just think it's funny. If you want Brian's opinion, because I know some people are like, what's the punchline here? My personal opinion is they won't reprint most of the Pokemon Center ETBs. It's just a gut feeling I have. I have no logic or knowledge behind it, as does anyone else. But my opinion also is they're not going to reprint booster boxes of SV1 through 6. Both of those opinions could easily be debunked. They could be wrong. They could be right. But at least I'm consistent. Or at the very least, at least I'm being honest in that it can shift. I'm not being for sure because I don't freaking know. You don't know. Your other favorite YouTubers don't know. And that's fine. What's not fine is the blind trust about one kind of important part of the industry. And Pokemon Center ETBs, everyone touts as the greatest investment of all time. Even destined rivals Pokemon Center ETBs. That's what's most mind-blowing. Even those, which just came out a few weeks ago, a month or two ago, That's what's most mind blowing. There's some YouTubers that think Prismatic Evolution, Pokemon Center ETBs are a surefire investment, and I find that silly because they keep on talking about Costco and Sam's Club and endlessly reprinting them. I think that's silly. But that came out in January. It's been, 8 months, whatever. What I find outrageous is the blind faith that Destined Rivals, which just came out, I find that outrageous that they can say that with a straight face. I don't know. What do you guys think in the comment section? Please debate me. I really want to know the logic behind the debate because I feel like I covered all the bullet points. But please let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this. All I got to say for the day, buy my stuff at pokene.com. Good luck with your investments.